Well, I spend a lot of time thinking about how much I hate my body and my mind, and it's changing. And I'm not at the acceptance level yet with it. I find it really painful. Well, I'm a 54 or 53, I can never get it straight, year-old woman. I am a mother of 2 teenage girls, and I am a professional at starting companies. So I commercialize applied science from universities for a living. So I have had many startups in the past, and I am excited to be the CEO of a women's health company now called Herstasis. I started at probably on or after my 40th birthday, and I started with very significant mood swings, and would be very difficult to stop crying at times. And I never really knew what would trigger that. I hadn't linked it so much to my periods, and I think that was the first symptom I had of perimenopause. And I realized something was desperately wrong when I was laying in a parking lot with no shoes on, and it was raining, and I had some reason to stand up and move. And the second that I did that, a large F-350 with drunk men in it came in and did donuts in the parking lot and right where I was laying. And so I came home and realized I had quite a problem with regulating my emotions at that time. But there have been other symptoms that developed since then. Sure. So the next thing that started to happen was I got a lot of joint pain. And I'd always been a really long distance runner, long distance bicyclist, sort of endurance athlete. I don't know, probably can't tell about me now, but I was and continue to be sort of strong. Swimming. And I started to have a real knee pain in one of my knees, to the point where I couldn't run anymore. And if I walked even too much, it would swell up. And the same response I got from everybody is that you're getting old and you need to stop running, which had a massive influence on my mental health. Well, I spend a lot of time thinking about how much I hate my body and my mind, and it's changing. And I'm not at the acceptance level yet with it. I find it really painful. I also have a lot of depression and was suicidal for a while. And now I'm experiencing a great deal of anxiety, and I find it hard to leave the house. COVID's been really difficult, and it's really set me back, which, no amount of pharmaceuticals and, Reiki. I've tried everything. It does feel like it's getting better. My joint pain isn't as bad, and my depression is being managed with an SSRI. And I'm trying to get back into exercise, and got a dog, which helps. But yeah, I'm really still in it. I'm still getting my period fairly regularly, maybe every 6 to 8 weeks. And really hoping that goes away soon. Although, as I know, the longer that you menstruate, the better that your health is later on, your bone health, because of the estrogen levels in your body. So I'm actually grateful for it for that in that respect. But yeah, I'm sort of looking forward to this transition being over. I think it's because I've totally lost control of my body and my mind. And, I'm still trying to be a parent and trying to be a spouse and a good friend and a good neighbor. And I'm trying to give back to my community, right? And I'm on several boards, and I am, the CEO of a startup. And I feel a lot of social responsibility to give back. And it's really hard to give back when you don't have anything to give. And I feel guilty about that. I guess I've been really inspired to take action. I'm very pissed off at the healthcare system. For all my education and all my white privilege, I have been unable to make that work for me. And so I decided that I needed to make it work for me, but I also needed to make it work for other women around me and women that don't look like me and women I'll never meet. So I'm actually kind of angry about it. And hence I started a menopause health company. We're sort of taught that we can do anything we want if we have education and it's just been really frustrating I was doing some research on joint pain, and I took in some of the latest science in a paper that I downloaded and read, and it was, Journal of Endocrinology, not goop.com. And the doctor wouldn't even touch it. It was like I was handing her some burning bag of dog dew. She wouldn't even touch it. And I said, well, are you interested in how menopause affects joint pain? Do you not think this might be something you might catch up on? And so she deigned to touch my finger and said, oh yeah, you've got the beginning of some form of arthritis. That was the end of my appointment. So I was really desperately frustrated about that. I'm hoping I can just level out, be not like this. I just want to be straight. Again, I was very level, and I'm not level anymore, and I'm everywhere. I want that to go away, and I want my joint pain to go away, and I think sometimes I want my suicidal thoughts to go away. They don't happen as much anymore, but it's really tough. I never know when it's going to hit me. So I've been told that at the end of menopause, this will be better, and so I look forward to that. I don't know. I guess it's just been, I'm supposed to be happy, and I'm supposed to have everything, and I don't have either of those. And I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, my husband and I have really had a rough time around this. That's been tough. We've had to do some therapy. I do tons of therapy. He's really, he struggled with it because he was upset originally for a long time that I had everything, and why can't I have why am I like this all of a sudden? And, we're pretty committed to staying married. I come from a very free range background, and I really want stability. So I've made every effort to try to keep bringing myself back to being married and having children. And my family's become extremely supportive. Someone will pour me a bath. Someone will get me a glass of wine and some ice water, and someone else will go get the candles and the music set up, and then they'll close the door. And so that level of acceptance from my family has been extraordinarily important. Again, I guess through menopause, at the end of menopause, I'm really looking forward to just hanging out with my husband again, having a glass of wine out in the sun and going for a walk. I feel like there's this opportunity there where that could be really a peaceful time, and I hope so.
Thanks for watching this episode. For more menopause stories like this, subscribe below, and don't forget to click the bell so you are notified when we drop a new episode. Did you connect with this story? Let us know by adding your comment and by sharing and liking it. Shared storytelling helps us learn what's happening to our bodies and reminds us we are not alone.